So, as you've seen today, we're making life easier than ever to move between screens in your life, whether it's the phone in your pocket or the TV in your living room. And we've also been thinking about how to make other form factors easier to use, like tablets. Now, tablets are great for games, reading, or watching movies, but they often force you back to a laptop when you want to write a document or respond to a long email. And while there are plenty of keyboard accessories, they're often just that. They're accessories. They have cramped keyboards, require you to use them on a desk, or get in the way when you don't want to type. So this felt like an area that deserved taking a step back and rethinking from the ground up. Now, we've taken this first principles design approach before with the Chromebook Pixel, reimagining what an ideal laptop could be. And the Pixel line has yielded many great benefits, paving the way for new technology to enable the entire Google ecosystem. Let me give you just two examples, expounding on what Sundar mentioned earlier. A few years ago, we introduced a vastly improved touchpad architecture on the original Chromebook Pixel, both hardware and software, that's since rolled out to many Chromebooks from many manufacturers. Whereas before you had to spend $1,000 on a laptop to get a great touchpad, today you can buy a Chromebook for $150 and get a very similar experience. Another example is USB Type-C, which enables universal power, data, and display with one connector across your devices, whether it's a laptop or a phone. Earlier this year, we worked with the industry to introduce this standard, launched it on this year's Chromebook Pixel, and now it's making its way onto many devices, including the Nexus phones you saw earlier. So in the case of tablets, we ask ourselves, what would an ideal touch plus typing experience look like? Something where the screen and the keyboard complement each other to make the whole greater than the sum of its parts. The culmination of that effort is a new addition to the Pixel family, Pixel C, a new device running Android 6.0 Marshmallow. Now, if you're familiar with the Chromebook Pixel, you'll immediately see the family resemblance. It has the same clean lines and anodized aluminum design. There are no exposed screws and minimal distractions. Precision engineering means everything fits together with really tight tolerances, and it feels really sturdy and solid in your hands. Now, Pixel C, where the C stands for convertible, is an entirely new approach to combining a tablet and a keyboard. Closed, they're held together with self-aligning magnets. But when you're ready to get down to work, slide the tablet off, touch it to the back of the keyboard, and lift. The tablet attaches magnetically, and the screen is fully adjustable between 100 and 135 degrees. There's no kickstand or clasp mechanism to get in your way. The keyboard connects via Bluetooth, avoiding unsightly contacts on your tablet. And it's also really sturdy. I can hold it by the tablet. I can hold it by the keyboard. I can hold it upside down. It's very easy to use in your lap. You can use it on the bed. You can use it on the couch, wherever you want to use the device. Now, the Pixel C size is designed for usability of the keyboard without sacrificing its usability as a tablet. The screen size is 10.2 inches with a square root of 2 aspect ratio. Now, that's a metric area ratio that's used by A-series paper, of which A4 is the standard letter format throughout much of the world. And what this means is it's delightful to use in either portrait or landscape orientations, while at the same time giving us enough room for a full-size keyboard. Now, for context, a typical 13-inch laptop has a 19-millimeter pitch keyboard, where it pitches the distance center to center between two keys. On the Pixel C, we have an 18.8-millimeter pitch, almost the same, but within a much more portable 10-inch size. And we're able to do this by moving 5 less frequently used symbol keys from the edge of the keyboard to the on-screen keyboard. And this works because your hands are in very close proximity to the screen. Now, the Pixel C's keyboard has the same great feel as the Chromebook Pixel, 1.4-millimeter travel, very responsive force curve. We've tested the layout and the keyboard overall extensively and find it to be a really great touch typing experience. And it's not just for US layouts. This works for international keyboards as well. Now, while we do lots of typing, sometimes you just want to use the tablet itself, and the keyboard shouldn't get in the way in that case. So with the Pixel C, the keyboard attaches to the back of the tablet securely so that it's out of the way but close by. And unlike Bluetooth accessories, the Pixel C knows when to use the physical keyboard and when to use the on-screen keyboard. So I can enter in here on the screen, but then if I want to do more extensive typing, the keyboard's there for me. Now, it is a Bluetooth keyboard. It has a small battery, but you'll never have to charge it either. When closed, the tablet inductively charges the Pixel C's keyboard. Just a few minutes a day closed will keep the battery topped up. And if you don't close it for a while, don't worry. The keyboard will last for over 2 months of daily active usage without ever recharging. So this keyboard experience is really nice, but we think you're also going to like the tablet. The Pixel C's display lives up to its name with 308 pixels per inch. That's 4.6 million pixels if you're keeping count. It's super bright at 500 nits and has amazing sRGB color gamut. All of this while keeping the power low enough for great battery life on a tablet. Driving all of those pixels is an NVIDIA X1 quad-core processor with a desktop-class Maxwell GPU. Now, if you're familiar with graphics, you'll realize that's a lot of graphics horsepower in a mobile device. You'll see that games really shine. We've put stereo speakers on either side so that movies come to life as well. And with the adjustable angle screen, there's no more propping up your tablet on books or pillows to watch a movie. As you saw earlier, Marshmallow makes voice input even more powerful. And while a phone is often close by, you maybe leave your tablet on the coffee table or on a desk. So to enable far-field voice input, we've added 4 microphones. So now you can have voice interactions from across the room. Of course, the tablet charges with USB Type-C. And one of my favorite features for a quick check of battery life, double tap on the light bar. Now, all of the great Marshmallow features you saw earlier are here. And like our other Pixel devices, the Pixel C will get better over time, with software updates every 6 weeks. We think the Pixel C's tablet and keyboard experience really unlocks new ways to both play and be productive on one device. The Pixel C will be available in time for the holidays on the Google Store, starting at $499 for the tablet and $149 for the keyboard. We're really excited to be expanding the Pixel family to now span both Chromebooks as well as Android tablets. Like Nexus, Pixel pushes the boundaries of what's possible with technology, making the entire Google ecosystem better for our users. Expect to hear more about the Pixel C in the coming months. So we hope we've given you a good sense of what's to come today. We think you're going to like it. And with that, let me hand it back to Chelsea.